This Global Network, where we always empower for corporate change. Beloved, how are you once again? We are back again. We are on as usual. It's a reflection hour and it's a blessing time. Whoever will come around and reflect with us, I know at the results, you're going to take something positive home. So please, let's pull ourselves together. Like, comment, and share to your walls. Invite other people to join us because we have something useful to discuss. Thank you and God bless you. Right. We're still waiting for others. And before then, as usual, whenever we come around, we recap a bit concerning our last session before moving on to the next stage. So please, who can let us know something that we discussed on our last episode? As usual, we are on and we are keeping on. At 5-6, remember our ultimate goals is appropriate change. And where is the change coming from? Unless we put on something great on board, unless we persevere in life, unless we are committed, respect dignity, perseverance, effortness, focusedness is all the key factors that will enable us to be able to achieve a great result. And that is why we are here. So could you please join us anytime you see us online? You like, comment, and then you share to your walls. And I know other people will also be partaker and benefit from it. Thank you all so much and God bless you. Having said that, my name is Lady Dr. IreneB. Whenever I come on your way, you know what I'm capable of doing. It's all about education and it's all about inspiration. So please, kindly join us anytime, any day, all day long. And your life isn't gonna be the same. Once we are waiting for others, let's still recap a bit concerning our last session because reflection is beneficial, isn't it? Yes, reflection is beneficial. Let's put ourselves together for that manner, and I know we are all going to achieve. Okay, thank you and God bless you. Right, reflection time. I think this week we've uploaded a couple of videos, and then we pre-point some key themes as well. So if you could please reflect and let us know your take home. I can't remember on our last episode, the key theme we pre-point was focus, perseverance, compassion, and I add time management. Do you agree with me? Because I know that all these key themes are beneficial for us all. It's not just a leader. So in this extent, everything that we complete for the day or anything that we're doing, we have to ensure that at the results, we're going to achieve a great thing. It's not just like God has blessed us for the day, and then for that reason, we have to do anything, just anything. No, good behavior, good attitude also count. I've put in on board concerning the result of a criminality and how do you get it? Do you understand it? Join me and let's discuss this further. The results of a criminal person. On our last episode, I think we pre-point so many key aspects concerning the guy who was still in the custody, how he got to the house, and how his behavior and attitude changed for him to get into his boss' room and then search for the valuable assets, and eventually he was able to sell the house. It was all about collaboration. Yes, he was collaborating with other people in other institutions, and so it was just easy for him to do that. And do you think next time somebody will be able to open their door for any vulnerable person, it's also a question mark. And so, in this extent, our behavior, our attitude, and our doing for the day, we have to be very, very, very mindful about it. The result of a criminal person. I remember I also pre-point in a live video concerning the same key theme, and I was enlightening people's sight in a sense that because this guy have the links in all the institutions, obviously it was easy for him to achieve that kind of tax. And as a result, what has happened? The investigation team have caught all of them. Oh, hello, how are you? Thank you for joining and God bless you. Where are you watching me from, please? Thank you for joining. The result of a criminality. I'm good, thank you. Thanks for joining. I welcome you to 56 Global Network. Our mission and vision is empowering. We are empowering to ensure that appropriate change will prevail. So whenever you see us online, thank you for joining in advance. And I know I will see you anytime, any day when I come online, isn't it? Thank you so much. Right. God bless you. Yeah. Our discussion just go this way. We deliver, and then you also, exhibit your opinion in the chat box because it's interruption session. Okay. The key theme on board is the result of a criminal person. Having said that, in our last video, if we're going to recap on that, there was a criminality somehow. Somebody who was vulnerable person lying on streets, and somebody took that person home. I would say it's a. I would say it's a. This person is a. Have empathy and compassion. You know, he rescued the guy who was lying on streets. From nowhere, he doesn't know him. He took him home. And the results, this same vulnerable person showed the boss Pepe regarding he went to his room and searched for his vulnerable assets. So by the time he found out, the house was sold. And then I want to discuss this case study further for us to ensure that our behavior and our attitude count. Because having said that, appropriate change will never happen anywhere unless we show of good character and of good behavior. In regards to that, yes, we have to be mindful of our doing. Our daily activity should be an accurate manner because you don't know tomorrow. You don't know what is coming up tomorrow. And the serious thing in it is that this guy was successfully sold the house in regards to the point that all the institutions who deal with this kind of selling house, something like lines office, police force, and other institutions, not knowing we have criminalities in them. So you trust your police officer that, oh, a police officer duty is to the the community. Meanwhile, same police officer is a criminal. And so how are you going to know that your community police officer is a criminal? So in this extent, how can appropriate change happen? Will appropriate change happen? I don't think so. So having said that, before you be able to change your life positively, there are some key components that somebody needs to take it on board. In regards to 5-6 component, which is compassion, competency, courage, commitment, as well as communication. Because I've been said that all this kind of key aspect, you can laugh. Your community police officer is a criminal. And how are you gonna know? How are you going to identify this person? You cannot identify them, can you? And it's very sad because they are our higher hierarchies and we trust them. So the result of this kind of person, what will be? What will happen? And the result, if they found out that, oh, this police officer is involving in the criminalities, what will happen? Please, if you can just brief us something in the chat box. George, please come around. 5-6 components based on appropriate change. So in regards to this point, all the key aspects that we always put on board, kindly adopt to them, reflect on them, use them accurately for achievable results, because our behavior and our attitude counts. You cannot show bad behavior and also expect a change in your life. Will it happen that way? It can never happen that way. Somebody who cannot portray of a good behavior, are you expecting to achieve a great result? It's a no. So, having said that, appropriate change will never take place. It will never happen for those who have wicked attitude. So please take it on board, and then also ensure that you are going to commit to your works, because commitment is essential too for every person. If you are always going to commit to your works, I know at the results you're going to achieve. Moving back or moving forward, this guy was a vulnerable person, like I said, and somebody show mercy. Somebody just show mercy. The person doesn't know him anywhere. He's a good Samaritan. And then he saw this guy lying on streets as a vulnerable person. And because this man have compassion and empathy attitude, he rescued this guy to his home. And eventually, not knowing this guy is collaborative with other institutional criminals, and then when he get to the house, he was able to maneuver and then search for the valuable assets. By the time the man realized, his house was sold. Very sad. Do we have to portray this kind of bad character? No. If you are on and watching me, kindly please, let's be purity in mind. We should show good character, good attitude, good behavior for us to be able to change our lives positively. Because I've been said that 5-6, our ultimate goals is for appropriate change. And all this kind of change that I'm talking about, if you don't act positively, it's going to make negative impact in your life. And so if we don't want that thing to happen to us, then we should be mindful about our daily attitude. This is reflection hour we're talking about. Reflection time is a blessing time, so you can laugh again. Your police officer is criminal, as well as your license officer, who is also responsible for registering, is also criminal. And so it was just easy for this guy to maneuver because it was a link. Not knowing they were the people who influenced this guy to be on streets. Isn't it sad? Your license officer, in collaborative with a police officer, enlighten somebody's path to be on street to beg, so that somebody will show empathy and compassion to that person for them to get into their houses, and same person will work against that person. So are you telling me that somebody will show of this character again to somebody who is vulnerable? No, it won't happen that way. But as we are here as one family, as 5 says, our duty is to empower people and also enlighten for people to act positively so that at the result, you won't end up in prison. Because the result of a criminal person is where? It's prison, isn't it? At the result, they will find out that you are at fault, and for the rest of your life, you will be in the police custody. This case study, when we still reflect on, the case is still ongoing though. So now, all the officers involved in this criminal aspects has been called. Initially, the enforcement team who were investigating this kind of case, not knowing one of them was also criminal. Oh my goodness. Not knowing one of them was also criminal. So the good ones were working very hard to find out an accurate information for the case to be prosecuted. Meanwhile, the criminal ones were putting the information under the carpet. Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. They were also hiding the information under the carpet, my dear. And it was very difficult for them to come up with, the accurate information that the court needed. And eventually, one day, one of the higher hierarchies went to the line's office all of a sudden, and he went there to find out what exactly happened by himself. And then at the result, they said, oh, all information has been given. He said, no, we haven't received anything. And so they started mentioning people's names. Oh, this person came here, this is the record. Oh, that person came here, this is the record. And so they review everything that has given to the investigation team again to the higher hierarchy. And so eventually they got all the information needed. And the case has been moving forward to the other department. So you can imagine that your trusted higher hierarchy, who is responsible for an institutional role, this this person is also a criminal. So how are you going to deal with this kind of case accurately? And evidence-based shows clearly that all the information that needed has been already delivered. Wow. Isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful in the sense that your trusted police officer, as well as your trusted lies officer, who is responsible for investigation, is also a criminal. Oh my God. And so, at the result, what is going to happen to them? They are all going to prison. Our trusted police officer, our trusted lies officer, who is responsible for dealing with the case accurately. We rely on them, and then we thought they are coming up with an accurate information. Meanwhile, they were the people who were influencing this guy to be on streets. And do you think such people can lead you for further progression? If you know, just put it underneath the video description. Just reflect on this. That such a person lead you for appropriate progression? He said no. Because all that he's trying to do is criminality. His mind, his attitude, his soul, and everything about him is crime. And so how can you trust this person? And assuming someone is abusing you somehow, and you say, oh, let me report this to the police. Then you take your phone and report. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm so and so person. Oh, I've got attacked. Some people are attacking me. And then this person will pretend as if he's not involved with them. Meanwhile, he will be the same person who sent them to your home. Isn't that amazing? So, in this extent, we want to find out how we are going to identify the criminalities. How are we going to identify them? If you know of something like this, how are you going to identify them? How are you going to report to the accurate department too? Because we meant for appropriate change. So it's up to me and you to collaborate in an effective manner and to ensure that our behavior and our attitude will reflect on people for appropriate change. And that is why we are here. So as 5 says, we aim for appropriate change. Remember, our ultimate goals is just appropriate change. So whatsoever that we are going to do for this change to happen, my dear, join us anytime, any day, whenever you see us online. And then I know at the results, we will be able to achieve a great result. Thank you all once again for joining. Is there any question, please? George, please come on. Is there any question? Any question? No contribution? Regarding the delivery, if you have any question or contribution, can you let us know, please? Because this kind of case study is a real case study and it's still ongoing. The results of a criminality. If someone is criminal, how can you change that person's life positively? Can your life reflect on such people positively? Because it's going to be your duty to rescue such people in an accurate manner. So please, let's... Oh, hello, Georgie. How are you? Thank you ever so much. We are on once again. The other video, I think there was an error. So I came back to redo it. Right. We're talking about criminality. And how do you understand that? And what is your take home? Can you let us know something that you think about this kind of key theme? Assuming someone is a higher hierarchy and you trust the person so much, and at the results, it has come to the point that, oh, your trustee is a criminal. Oh my goodness. What will happen? What will happen then? What is no? What is no, Georgie? I'm asking you a question. That assuming your higher hierarchy is a criminal, and as the result, you found out that, oh, my trustee isn't an accurate person. Rather, he's a criminal. What are you going to do? The result of a criminal person. What will be the result of that kind of person, please? In this extent, what do we have to do to be able to set a good example to them? Because we have to be exemplar, isn't it? We have to be exemplar in all our ways, because we can't continue like this, isn't it? We are 25 minutes, and I know we are almost done. So let's bring our findings for appropriate change, because your take home is my number one priority, yo. I salute you, sir. Thank you, sir. God bless you for joining, sir. We want to change our lives, though. Changing life positively, it should be one of the key factors for appropriate change. Okay? It's not just us, rather others. We have to portray of a good character. We have to be hardworking people, persuasive. The last time George will pre-point some key aspects concerning persuading, focus, and I also added on top time management, isn't it? Because all these key aspects count in our daily lives for appropriate change. So please, let's keep it in our generic folder so that we can always reflect on for the change to prevail. If not, there isn't change coming from anywhere. Thank you all so much. I'm still waiting for your contributions or any question. If you have any question, can you please bring it on? Any question or contribution is welcome. All right. I salute you all. God bless you all. I'm so pleased to see you all for the first time, and I hope to see you again. Mama Tala, thank you ever so much. Please, where are you watching me from? I want to know where you're watching me from, please, so that I will be able to acknowledge you in a very special way. Kindly sub to the channel too, please, if you are new. Okay? Sub to the channel if you are new. And I'll be pleased to see that. Be a partaker of this beautiful family. As 5-6, we are a global network. And by the grace of God, we are on the move for appropriate change. So please join us, invite people to join us, share the broadcast to your walls, and then enlighten people that whenever they see us online, they should join us because we meant for appropriate change. And I know by the grace of God, we will be there. Thank you all so much. We are 28 minutes. We've got only 2 minutes to wrap up. So I'm still waiting for your take home because that is my number one priority, though. Your take home is my number one priority. Your take home is my number one priority. Be a partaker of the beautiful channel, and you never, never, and you never regret. I've composed a song for you. Thank you all so much for joining. God bless you. If there isn't any question or contribution, then I'll end the session and I will see you in another video. Lady Dr. IreneB. God bless you and stay blessed. George, any question? You didn't ask of any question though. This session, you didn't ask any question, no contribution. But I want you to ask question and also contribute because it's beneficial, okay? Thank you for the world so sweet. Thank you for the food we eat. Thank you for the bird that sing. Thank you for everything. Thank you all, guys. God bless you for joining. And I'll see you in another video. Lady Dr. IreneB. See ya.